Hi, this is Frederik Harper, Senior Developer Advocate at Fitbit. As you may know right now, we've just announced our new smartwatch, Fitbit Versa. And we also announced Fitbit 2.0. That comes with a lot of improvement for users, but also for developers. But this is not our only gift for the developer community. We have also our multi-devices simulator. Yes, you heard well. You will be able to code, test, and do some design within your computer without having to play with the real device. Obviously, like on any other platform, we highly suggest you to use a real device to test your application and clock face before deploying to the gallery. Still, that's going to be a huge time saver. So let's jump right through it. I'm in the studio right now, UI that you already know, and I'm going to start the simulator. So in the blog post, but also in the documentation, you have the link to download the simulator to your computer. It's available right now for Mac, but also on Windows. When I open the simulator right now, what I see is the Ionic. You're going to see that the simulator is working like your real device and your companion phone application. So they're basically waiting to connect to the studio. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go there like I would do with a real device. I'm going to connect to the simulator and also to the Ionic simulator when it comes to the device. Right now, I'm connected to the simulator so I can run my application. This application for the demo is the SDK BART. It's the SDK demo showing some time for trains when it comes to the BART system in San Francisco. It is available for free on GitHub, so you can go there, check the code, and try it for yourself. So right now, I have my application running in the Ionic. Please keep in mind that the simulator is at its first version. Not all API are implemented right now, but we're working hard to make most of it available as soon as possible. As you can see to the right, this is a simulation of the companion application. So I would be able to go here and do like I would do in my home mobile application and change the station to see new information. What I want to do right now is test on the new device. So if I go in setting, I have two options. First, I would be able to uninstall the application on the Ionic. But what I want to do right now is test for the Versa. When I'm changing the target device, I need to go back in Studio and change my connection for the new simulator. So the new device that I want to target. Right now, as you can see, I have the UI for the Versa, which is a new device. If I click Run, and I go back to the simulator, I'm going to see my application running again in my new device. If I look at the code, what is great is that how we've done that application, we use percentage for most of the alignment in our application and the size, which means that we didn't have to change a lot of things to make our application work on both devices. In a more complicated case, you will probably need to have separate type of files or separate type of UI, SVG, and CSS file depending on what you want to do. So what I can do if I check the SVG file, we have a naming convention right now. So the one you already know is the default one. But if I want to target the new device, which is 300 by 300, I would be able to basically create a new, let me copy and paste the text, but create a new SVG file with the naming, including the targeted resolution of the device that I want to target. Copy and paste my text here, and what I would like to change is probably the name to, instead of white, let's do blue. Obviously, we would probably need to move those in CSS to have better practices when it comes to that SDK demo. For the sake of that video, let's say that it's code. So if I run this in the simulator, you're going to see that now the color is blue. And if I go back to the Ionic and run the application again, so as you remember, I need to connect to the right simulator, run the application again. Now you're going to see that the text is still white. Why? First, when I run the Versa, the simulator in that case, but also the real device, was looking for a specific UI file or specific resources that are applicable to the device that I'm using right now. If they didn't find any of those files, they're going to fall back to the default one, which is index UI. I can do the same thing with style, the styling with the CSS. So if I go style and I had the tilde 300 by 300.css, go there. I'm going to be lazy and just copy paste the same code. Please try to be a little more optimized what you do. So if I run my application right now in Ionic, the message that you saw at the beginning was white, as it's supposed to be. But if I go back here, go back in settings, change it to Versa, connect to the ride simulator, and run the application, you're going to see quickly it was in red. So it was fast. Let's do this again. It was red. So it's working. What I would be able to do also is to add a specific resource for Ionic if you want to do this. I would be able to create a styles tilde 348 by 250, and that CSS style sheet would load only for the Ionic or the devices that are respecting that resolution. So again, small warning, not all APIs are implemented. You're going to have some information in the announcement blog post, but we're also going to update the documentation so you're going to be able to see which APIs are not available. But I would say that right now, most ones are there. I hope you're going to like the simulator as much as we do. If you have any question about it, please go on the forum within the SDK category and ask your question there. And if you want more information about how to code for smartwatches or how to use the web API, please go on the developer portal at dev.fitbit.com. On that note, I'm really looking forward to see what you're going to build for the new Fitbit Versa. Have a good one.